Lala just won the power of veto. Mallory could be walking straight into a blindside replacement nomination, and this house has officially reached a whole new level of petty. We've got people hiding hairbrushes, hiding blankets, fighting over half birthday cake, and Taylor finally reached her breaking point and started spilling information. But this is Piczilla, and I'm gonna break it all down for you with no fluff. And y'all, today is my birthday, so if you want to bless me for my birthday, you can send me some stars, or I'm gonna put my PayPal information right here on the screen. Absolutely no pressure at all, but if you want to send me a little something for my birthday, or you just support what I do, today would be the perfect day. Either way, I appreciate every single one of y'all. Now let's get into these feeds. We're on day 48 inside the Big Brother house, and coming into the veto competition, Dee's nominees were Lala, Taylor, and Drew. Remember, Dee's original plan looked a whole lot different, but after using her $5,000 power to make a deal with Yash, everything shifted. Under that deal, Yash cannot nominate the icons if he wins HOH again. Angela and Barrett were selected to play in the veto alongside Dee and the three nominees. The competition sounds like one of those classic Big Brother competitions where they have to perform repetitive movements over and over again. Apparently there were several different motions they had to do, and even some kind of tongue round. And when it was all said and done, Lala won the power of veto. Taylor apparently came in second. Barrett performed pretty well again, but Lala got the win when she absolutely needed it. So unless something completely crazy happens, Lala is taking herself off the block. And that means Dee needs a replacement nominee. Drew immediately started pushing Dee to nominate Yash, but there's just one problem. Dee, Devins, and Angela have already been discussing somebody completely different, Mallory. And as of right now, Mallory appears to be the replacement nominee plan. Dee has been giving Drew different reasons why she can't put Yash or Haley on the block, but she obviously can't tell Drew the full story about the $5,000 deal with Yash. Dee has talked about eventually telling Barrett about the deal, but she doesn't want him knowing everything about the safety surrounding Angela and Devins. So if everything stays on course, Lala comes down and Mallory goes up, leaving Taylor, Drew, and Mallory on the block heading toward the blockbuster. And that could be pretty interesting. If we end up with Taylor versus Drew after the blockbuster, Taylor appears to be in serious trouble. Yash and Lala would likely be her strongest votes, while the icons and several others would probably keep Drew. But if we get Drew versus Mallory, now we could have a real decision on our hands. Yash, Taylor, and Lala could potentially vote against Drew. Barrett is extremely close to Drew. Melody is extremely close to Mallory, but she also has this flirtatious relationship with Drew. And depending on where everybody falls, Dee could potentially have to break a tie. The crazy part is that Drew, Barrett, Melody, and Mallory don't appear to see this replacement nomination coming. But while all of this strategy is happening, Petty Big Brother has officially taken over the house. Remember Taylor hiding Drew's hairbrush? Well, Drew was looking everywhere for this thing. Melody was helping him look. Haley was looking. Then Taylor became upset because she believed somebody had gone through her belongings trying to find it. Taylor confronted Drew and basically asked him if he touched her stuff. Drew basically responded, "If I told you I didn't, would you even believe me?" And Taylor pretty much admitted probably not. But Drew wasn't ready to let it go. He started talking about taking everybody else's stuff and holding it for ransom. Barrett's bandana, Haley's flannels. Basically, if Drew doesn't get his hairbrush back, apparently nobody's belongings are safe. And somehow that wasn't even the pettiest thing that happened. Mallory's been getting creative with the have-not slop, and she wanted to make Melody a little half birthday cake using some leftover birthday mix. Apparently, Lala had already set that mix aside for after the have-nots were finished for the week. Melody wasn't happy that she couldn't get her half birthday cake. So what does Melody do? She hides Lala's blankets. Y'all, we have officially reached the point where these people are fighting over hairbrushes, blankets, and half birthday cake. It's funny on the surface, but strategically, this is actually important because everybody outside of the icons keeps getting irritated with each other while Dee, Devins, and Angela are sitting there watching everybody else fracture. And then things got much more serious with Taylor. Taylor and Angela had a long conversation about everything that has happened in the game and why Taylor feels like she keeps finding herself on the outside. Taylor talked about feeling like she'll approach people and conversations suddenly stop. She feels like she's gotten to the point where she almost has to hide away just so nobody can twist something she says or does. Taylor and Angela started going back and forth over old alliances, Honor Society, Lala, Kamu, Devins, and basically all the baggage that has accumulated throughout the game. And then Haley jumped into the conversation, and that's when everything started escalating. Haley challenged Taylor over a previous conversation where Taylor believed Haley had extended an olive branch to her. Taylor insisted that that was exactly what happened. Haley eventually acknowledged that the conversation happened, but disagreed with Taylor's interpretation of it. So now you've got Taylor, Angela, and Haley going back and forth. Lala eventually gets involved. Dee comes downstairs trying to tell everybody to chill out, which obviously doesn't magically fix an argument like this. And eventually Taylor had enough. Taylor walked away crying. But eventually Taylor decided, you know what? If we're blowing everything up, let's blow it up. Taylor went upstairs and essentially told Angela that if everybody wants information, she'll give them information. And then she dropped something big. Taylor told them that Haley has talked about targeting Dee, Angela, and Devins, and that Haley wouldn't care if Angela left. Now that is the type of information that could potentially change a replacement nominee, except at least right now, it hasn't. The icons still appear to want Mallory on the block, and that's where this gets even more interesting because Drew and Barrett are having conversations of their own about the icons. Drew and Barrett recognize that they cannot let Devins get to the end. Drew sees Dee as unpredictable and Devins as extremely dangerous, but he believes Angela could potentially be somebody they could take further. They also acknowledge that eventually they might have to blow up these crossover relationships if they actually want to win the game. And Drew even said he hopes Yash wins HOH next week and goes after the icons. Just one tiny problem with that plan, Yash can't because of Dee's $5,000 deal. So Drew is sitting there hoping Yash wins HOH to take a shot that Yash has already agreed he cannot take. Meanwhile, FAP seems comfortable because they believe Devins is committed to getting them the jury. They're talking like Taylor should still be leaving this week, but they don't appear to realize that Mallory could be walking straight onto that block. And if that happens, we could finally see some of these relationships get tested. And that's what I'm watching heading into this veto ceremony. If Mallory goes up, how does FAP react? Does Drew start questioning Dee even more? What happens if Melody eventually has to choose between Mallory or Drew? And what does Barrett do if he's forced to choose between protecting Drew and keeping the larger structure together? And most importantly, can all these people who know the icons are dangerous stop fighting each other long enough to actually do something about it? Because right now, Dee, Devins, and Angela don't even need to create all the chaos themselves. Everybody else is doing it for them. Lala has the power of veto and is expected to save herself. Mallory is currently looking like the replacement nominee. Taylor has reached the point where she's spilling information. Drew and Barrett are already discussing eventually turning against the icons. Melody is hiding blankets over half birthday cake. And somewhere in the middle of all this chaos, Drew still just wants his hairbrush back. But happy birthday to me because these feeds are definitely giving me plenty to talk about. And if you enjoyed this update, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and share this with another Big Brother fan. And again, thank you for all the love. If you want to send me some stars or bless me through PayPal for my birthday, I'll have my information right here on the screen. There is absolutely no pressure to send anything. Watching these videos, commenting, sharing them, and continuing to support what I do already means so much to me. I'm Piczilla, and I'll keep watching these feeds so you don't have to. No fluff, just what you need to know. And until the next one.